Welcome to a very special Monday edition of Ranger Radio. Welcome. Here with me in the commentating booth today, we have Ball Don't Lie, and we'll be calling a great playoff matchup between Rektile, Dysfunction, and the FSBallers. Ball Don't Lie, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well, Ranger. How about you?
Doing all right. So, we're playing this on Smirk. I'm just curious, first off, who do you think is going to take this one down and why?
You know, it's going to be an interesting game to watch because you have two of the best teams in the East, obviously, with Rektile Dysfunction and the FSBallers. The FSBallers kind of went wire to wire as one of the top teams starting the season and then finishing out pretty strong. But Rektile Dysfunction has quickly become one of the favorites in the East. They have, one of the best offensive players in Big Swingin', and one of the best defensive pairs in minors with Ashmungashma and Snowball. So I think if I had to choose one, I'd say the Rektiles. But I think we're in for a good matchup tonight.
All right. Well, we've let the group know that the stream is up and ready to go. So once they're done doing their standard ritual of spamming the group chat with all kinds of memes and all that kind of stuff, we'll get going here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see this matchup myself. I mean, I agree. These are two of the marquee teams. I refer to this in my tree message as the marquee matchup of the Majors playoffs this weekend. And I think that's true. I think that these two teams, more than anything, I have no idea who's going to win. It's tough to make a prediction. There's talent on both sides. If I had to take a guess, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with the FSBallers.
A solid pick.
For anyone who's tuning in to Ranger Radio, you are hearing music in the background. Hopefully that music is functional. Decided we had to go ahead and upgrade the ambiance here in Ranger Radio. It was a little bit bare. There's no paintings on the walls, kind of no candles, no incense, nothing like that. So a little bit of upbeat chill out music. That's what they call it. You're going to have to check in with the stream real quick, BDL, so you can hear it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you gotta rock out with it. All right, looks like they're gonna be getting started here.
All right, let's do it.
If they can get themselves to push the button, that is. Sometimes it's hard to do. All right, they have indeed pushed the button.
All right, here we go.
All right, so we're starting out with Juke Juice mid, Juke Juice right, and Rolling Bomb left. Both teams are jockeying for good spawns. So far, nobody has a super great spawn for mid. Looks like Ash might have the inside track at this point, but Raven might boost in and get it in front of him. And we're off.
Yeah, no TagPro to start here for either team, so we're gonna be gonna have to have some good offensive teamwork to get a grab.
All right, so for the FSBallers, we have Raven and Howard currently playing D, and Big Swingin' and Trippy trying to get a grab. Currently good no grab over in blue base. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Milksteak grabbing and able to sneak past Ash, and looks like he's going to be able to be home free top, boosting in, and Big Swingin' well positioned to be able to get the return. Good play by Big Swingin' stopping that cap. Big Swingin',
he's
meanwhile,
past 4 right here.
Yeah, he's out of base, and if Ash can block this boost, but he's not able to block enough of it. Milksteak doing a great job on the other end of the court, getting a nice return. So we have a couple of blocks in base. Trippy is going to have to bide his time here and not able to get around Russia, but Russia is able to grab, and could this be a counter cap opportunity? Only one in base, and yes, this, oh, wow.
Another big offensive defense play by Big Swingin'.
I was about to count that as a cap, but Big Swingin' just caught just enough of that button. It didn't look like he was going to be able to get there in time, but boy, he made a beeline for that button, and he was right on point there. Another round of pups coming through. Trippy and Ash both getting tag pros. Both of those only have a few seconds left on them, though, so looks like Ash decided to keep that on D. Meanwhile, Snowball out of base and able to speed past Raven, but still has to figure out how to get past Howard and Milksteak here. Going to try to bomb in, but hits the spike.
Yeah, I tried to get a little bit too fancy there, but appreciate the effort.
All right, so Trippy is out of base once again, ahead of 2, but Milksteak was able to seal off the exit to the team tiles, and Russia came from behind to get the tag.
That's something that's is pretty tough to do as an offensive player, but is very crucial. Is waiting for Ree to get set up. You know, Trippy went through team tiles, and Big Swingin' wasn't quite ready for Ree, but they get the flag out of base anyway.
And that is going to be a reset. Big Swinging having an unfortunate run-in with the bottom spike, so there's no regrab in place for Rektile Dysfunction. Howard, meanwhile, able to pick a Tag Pro up. He'll keep that on defense, and Raven with another Tag Pro. So this time the 2 Tag Pros go to Rektile Dysfunction.
Milksteak with a running start, but Snowball's got the snipe.
All right, so still tied. See what we can expect from this grab right here. Milksteak having to go solo right now in red base.
Yeah, pretty defensive game so far. It's kind of surprising. They've had some opportunities on both sides, but for the most part, pretty good job by the defenses.
And Trippy able to make a nice boost past Howard, so he's going to have to figure out if he can boost through. The Red Sea not able to be parted by Ash and Snowball, unfortunately.
Big swing and waiting for Trippy to get on Ree there.
Oh,
Smart
that was
decision.
a nice boost by Swinging there. Manages to stay alive, and not quite long enough. Meanwhile, now 2 Tag Pros, 1 going to each team. Raven picking up 1 for the FSBallers, and Trippy picking up 1 for Rektile Dysfunction. Russia is out, and if they're able to get this return, he's going to have to be real patient here. Trippy doing a great job of staying alive.
Big swinging in trouble now. He's gonna have to wait for a teammate for some help.
Oh, Ash coming in, nick of time, and this still might not be enough to. Oh, it is Snowball. Oh my God, so many opportunities there for the FSBallers to score the first cap of the game. But great offensive D, heroics by Ash coming in and doing what he could to stop that. Yeah, a little bit too late there. Milksteak able to jump in with that first score of the game, so we are now 1-0 in favor of the FSBallers.
Such a dazzling array of plays there from the FSBallers, and they're up on the board with 1.
Yeah, it just doesn't really feel like it should be 1-0 right now, the way that went down. You know, it feels like we should have a lot more scoring going on, but both teams have really shown a lot of heroism in terms of offensive defense.
Absolutely.
5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
2 Tag Pros now for the FSBallers.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like there have been a lot of Tag Pros other than that first pup spawn. Seems like there's been probably at least 2 Tag Pros each round, and usually it's gone to one team or the other. We only had one round where it was actually split. So interesting with so many Tag Pros that we haven't seen a little bit more fireworks on the scoreboard.
Some nice moves by Trippy to get out of base. He's past 3. Can he get the block? He just can't get it.
Oh, there was some really nice blocks that allowed him to get within about half a flag tile, but just not enough. And Big Swinging with an opportunity here.
Yes, sir.
Good job there by Snowball and Ash holding down the blocks to allow him to walk to the flag pretty easily.
So we got a tie game now, and Trippy has a Tag Pro, so things are looking good for the Rektiles now.
So Trippy with the Tag Pro decides to kind of boost in the long way, opting really just to provide more of an escort here, but not quite enough. He's not able to hold on to that button long enough to prevent his teammate from being returned. And Milksteak with an opportunity. He's going to be ahead of 3 here, and ahead of 4.
Swinging.
This is going to be a cap.
Not sure what Big Swingin's intent there was.
I'm thinking he was gonna. Yeah, I think he was gonna try to hit that boost, but I don't know how he was gonna angle himself to be able to prevent the cap that way.
I assume it was a miscommunication between the rest of the team. I don't know if he knew he was past 3 or not.
4 minutes left to go in the first half. 2-1 advantage for FSBallers. We have a reset, and looks like people are a little bit early for pup spawns, but they're going to start fighting it out. Rolling bomb getting defused. And Raven with a rolling bomb, which he's going to be forced to keep on defense at the moment and use it to return Trippy.
Two bad grabs there from the Rektiles.
Yeah, Ash and Snowball doing a pretty good job of keeping that flag in base. Earlier in the match, it was out a little bit, but it seems like the last few minutes they've been doing a pretty good job of playing good, either good no grab or getting a couple quick returns. So the defense has really been the story of this half so far.
Yeah, and really for the season, Ash and Snowball are both top 3 in prevent for the season, in the regular season, for the Rektiles. So it's not a surprise that they've kind of settled down here and gone into their old ways.
So it looks like big swing and making another kind of questionable grab, 1-on-2 situation where it was going to be real tough for him to be able to get out.
Yeah, that's something as an offensive player is also difficult because, a lot of offensive players feel like they have the capability to get out or they see a little bit of an opening, and it's tough to control yourself. And I mean, I struggle with myself, but you just have to wait for your offensive partner.
So Trippy able to get out top, but Howard there to cut him off. So a little bit of gamesmanship there. Trippy opting to try to go around him with the team tiles, but Howard picks up just enough velocity in his own team tile to be able to catch him. Meanwhile, big swing and able to grab, and looks like he will, in fact, get out. Trying kind of the same move. Howard with a very creative attempted bomb blast there, but now with the blocks in base. Oh, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? It looks like he's going to have to circle
maneuvering
back.
around those blocks. Nice boost. And it's a cap.
That was a very nice play, a big swing, and he has to escape from, the jaws of death in base. Gets back out, uses the team boost to bounce off the top wall of the gate. Just a very creative gameplay there by Big Swing and a cap and tie up this match.
Absolutely.
Another round of pup spawning, couple of rolling bombs.
Very even game so far. Kind of like what we expected, but a little bit more exciting than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's been a great defensive matchup, but we've had a couple of really interesting offensive plays that have made a big difference. Trippy getting his rolling bomb diffused and then quickly getting returned thereafter. But Big Swing with an opportunity here. They do have 2v2 blocks. He's going to have to hurry because Russia's right on his tail. And,
man.
It was a nice idea. I think if he had been able to clear that spike, he had a really good chance of capping there, but ultimately falls victim to the base spike.
Absolutely. He tried to bounce off that wall, but just misfired a little bit.
Meanwhile, Trippy, also a 2v2 block situation, but the blocks just weren't real that time for them.
Russia on anti-read for the FSBallers. Probably a smart play there.
Absolutely. So big swinging by himself once again. Now Trippy able to boost in from the bottom and grab, but not able to sneak past Russia here. So I think that's really been the story on the right side of the map, is that Russia and Howard really have been locking this down. .30 seconds left in the half. Raven with some nice moves to stay alive, but looks like it's tracked down there by Ash. Meanwhile, big swinging out ahead of 3. Milksteak's going to play this real patiently, and good kiss by Milksteak there.
Yeah, he saw that big swing was ahead of 3 and did the smart thing and kissed.
So 8 seconds left at this point. Last chance for either flag carrier to do a whole lot, and they do kiss. So Milksteak's going to be out, but with Howard in his way, Howard's just going to protect him like a good friend. So we'll end this half tied 2-2 on Smirk. Very exciting gameplay. We had 2 caps each from Big Swing and Milksteak. And in terms of defensive performance, 3.5 minutes of prevent from Snowball. So by far, we see there was a lot of flag in base time there for Rektile Dysfunction.
Yep.
So based on what you saw that first half, what are your expectations at this point? How do you think things might change?
I think they pretty much played to my expectations. I think it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth game. They're both 2 of the best teams in the East, and it's gonna come down to who can make the big plays at the most crucial times. So far, neither team has been able to get the edge, as you can see by the score. But I'm expecting some fireworks in this half.
Absolutely. So for all of our stream viewers, we have some sort of drumming now. That's a thing, apparently. I'm enjoying the drumming. I hope you are too. This is good drumming. I think after we're done with this, I'm just going to go back and listen to it, honestly.
There you go. Bookmark it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, looks like we're about to get going here, so go ahead and turn down the drum beats, although I do like them a lot. Switch back to our in-game view.
Another set of Juke Juice, and Rolling Bomb for pubs.
Yeah, interesting start these last couple of halves. We've had no tag pros, so it's kind of interesting to see a situation where neither team really has a huge advantage, and you get to see what their opening strategies are. And Ash able to grab a Juke Juice mid. Meanwhile, Milksteak grabbing a Rolling Bomb and Trippy grabbing the other Juke Juice. So
Milksteak has a Rolling Bomb. I'm going to try and probably grab, but he smartly waits for Russia.
So looks like Trippy is going to be able to survive long enough for Ash to be able to good uncontested regrab here, and he in fact does. So he shouldn't have. Oh, he chooses to go top there in a situation where he just didn't quite have the clearance. Howard was close enough to the button to be able to get him. And we have a reset.
Yeah, I think he was just guessing he wasn't sure how far away Howard was and just guessed wrong.
So another quick flaccid for FSBallers. Once again, we are still tied 2-2 for the match. Still scoreless in our second half. Another round of pub spawning.
Swinging, fighting for that Rolling Bomb left with Howard and Raven on his back.
And gets emphatically defused.
It's the thought that counts.
Trippy doing a nice job of avoiding the tag and is able to get past 3 here. Looks like if they have the blocks in place, they do.
Yep. Now Big Swingin's got a chance. Let's see if he waits for Ree, which it looks like he will.
So Rektile Dysfunction now with a 3-2 lead.
Oh, an interesting boost path, but just misfired a little bit there, and Trippy will have to push ahead for Ree from Big Swingin'.
Yeah, Trippy opting to walk his way all the way into base, but now that Big Swingin's there, it's looking like he might try to push it, and he does. So another round of pup spawning. Big Swingin' hoping to time that out and get a Rolling Bomb, and does.
That's one of the best feelings as a flag carrier.
Oh, it's nice when you have timing and luck on your side. So Big Swingin's going to come in with a Rolling Bomb. He's going to be real patient here and doesn't even need it. Just being very careful not to defuse Milksteak into the flag, but the blocks were so real he didn't even have to worry about that. So now a 4-2 lead for Rektile Dysfunction.
Not a great grab there from Big Swingin'. Nice patient support from Trippy as Big Swingin's going to come in and try and get another grab here. Meanwhile, Milksteak and Russia trying to do their best against Ash and Snowball.
7 minutes left in the match, 4-2 in favor of Rektile Dysfunction. And pups are going to be spawning soon, so Milksteak's already kind of camping out mid, looking for an opportunity. Meanwhile, Big Swingin's able to grab, and looks like he'll be out here, but he's going to have to play the same game of chess with Howard. And both parties to that game decide to resign by boosting directly into spikes.
I'm not sure what that was. I thought Big Swingin' had some more time. The way Howard boosted, I thought Big Swingin' could have taken his time and just not even used the bomb, but an interesting play right there.
It was kind of like a game of chicken where neither player was driving. I don't really know what happened. So Snowball and Ash again doing a good job locking down that flag in base.
Yeah, we haven't really seen any meaningful grabs here from FSBallers this half. Snowball and Ash doing a fantastic job on defense.
Yeah, very patient, contain, and just kind of like the return we just saw. They know how to keep themselves in space and just be able to block off an edge. You know, they know that they're within one tile of being able to cut off that edge for the flag carrier. So very patient, contained base for them.
Trippy with another TagPro. We saw a lot of that last game as well.
So with a few seconds left on that TagPro, and he gets sent home. Very malicious play there. So this time Russia will get out. This is definitely a meaningful grab, but Big Swingin' fighting hard and winning that button. So
Interesting
Russia's going to have
boost.
to do a lot of work here.
Now they've got all four in front, but Milkshake will get the regrab.
Well, this is important because this is the first time in this half that the FSBallers have had anything resembling a regrab train.
Sure. Oh, nice boost by Milkshake. Oh, but he
Oh,
spikes
just
himself.
biffs that corner. That's tough. He did everything else right there. So Russia's going to be bombed back to blue base. He's going to have to take a lap.
Looks like he's waiting for that pup, and he is gonna maybe get this flag throw.
He waits just a little bit too long there for Milkshake to come grab it, and I think he probably didn't account for the fact that his pursuer would have a rolling bomb.
Well, that's the second time we've seen a flag carrier use that bomb and then just completely hit that spike.
It's a really slick move when it works, but when it doesn't, it's just a missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
So
nice
4 minutes left.
Trippy.
Yeah, absolutely. Trippy fighting hard to get out of base here. Looks like he's going to be able to get past 2 here.
And it looks like he might have some room to cap here. Let's see it. Yes, sir.
Nice angle there taken by Trippy.
Yeah!
So now a 5-2 lead with 4 minutes left for Rektile Dysfunction in game 1. Big swing and hitting both the bottom boost and the team boost, and if you hit those 2 boosts, you have a really good chance of hitting the top spike, and that's what he does.
Oof, just missing that bomb, but he is able to pick up that TagPro. And now Big Swingin's going to get a TagPro his own, bottom left. So we got 2 TagPros on O, meanwhile Milkshake's out top.
So Big Swingin and Trippy, both with TagPros, both in enemy base. And Milkshake's going to have to be really patient here. Able to get past a few there. And winds up getting the kiss. Yeah, that was a nice opportunity that was created there, and it just didn't pan out for him.
Big Swing with some interesting boost paths.
So 3 minutes left and a 3-cap deficit for the FSBallers in game 1. Not sure what they're going to be able to do given the time frames to turn things around, but 3 minutes definitely is enough time if everything goes their way.
Yeah, they'll have to use a couple of caps top if they want a chance to cap quickly.
So another round of pup spawning. We have a Juke Juice, a Rolling Bomb, and a little bit of a stalemate left. Raven able to grab the final Rolling Bomb.
Oh, Milkshake almost got past 4 there, but
yeah, he had the right velocity, but just not quite the right angle. Did everything he could. It was going to be a really tight space for him regardless of what he did.
Yeah, the right velocity, but the map smirked at him.
Absolutely. 2 minutes left in our match. Still a 3-cap advantage for Rektile Dysfunction, who are up 5-2 in game 1. So Big Swingin's going to try to boost in from bottom again, and the last couple times he's tried that, Raven's been waiting for him about 4 tiles behind the flag.
Nice hesitation.
This time it works for him. Out past 3, a nice boost block from Snowball. Oh, that was outstanding. Snowball using the boost to block the last man and give Big Swingin a nice clear pathway. But meanwhile, Russia's out ahead of 4. Trippy with a rolling bomb, though.
Careful. Still a return for cap scenario.
And
they're able to get the return.
And now Trippy out ahead of going to be 3.
Very impressed with Trippy's play today, I have to say. A lot of people come in expecting Big Swingin to have big guns, but Trippy's been carrying the load for the most part.
So Raven's going to be out ahead of 3 here. Ash is the last man, and he is doing his best to get in position, but not able to do quite enough there. Raven boosting off the back wall and getting a nice cap there. So it's good, at least at the end of the half, to score a cap and maybe do something to blunt the momentum.
Looks like out top here. See if they can get the button, and they can.
Oh, ho, ho.
Looks like with a nice move. Oh, but Howard sends him into the opposing team, and now
Ash out ahead of 4 and has. Oh, nice job. Howard saving the day with the bomb.
That was quite a interesting play.
Again, from a momentum standpoint, it's nice to be able to do something at the end of the half to give you hope for the next game. After you get beat by 3 caps plus, in game 1, you want to be able to go into the next game with the 0-0 mentality, and
Absolutely.
having some good plays at the end of the half really cements the fact that you do belong here, and that you can contend in that game too.
3, 2, 1.
And Trip E managing to score a kept flag for his team. So very impressive half for Rektile Dysfunction, who went into this half tied 2-2 and left it with a 6-3 victory. So game 1 going to the higher seed.
413 prevent from Snowball, and had the game high 12 returns. So pretty impressive performance from Snowball.
All right, so our music has evolved a little bit. It's no longer drumming. Now it's like kind of like if you took a disco from like the late 70s, but then you made everybody about 30 years older and told them they couldn't do any drugs. It's kind of like that.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
So a big swing and needing a bit of a bathroom break here. So let me ask you this, Why Don't Lie. So what would you do, if you're on the FSBallers and you want to turn things around? If you're Neb, what are you telling your minors team to do differently?
Well, it's exactly what you were saying earlier. You have to go in with a 0-0 mentality. I mean, it's a new game, all right? You have to look past, all your mistakes from the first game and just move on. It's a brand new game. So you want to go in and say, look, they got us there, okay? We got our mistakes out of the way. Let's just move on and focus on this game.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and tree this, get a few more viewers on our stream for this marquee matchup. Let me know if the group looks like it's going to get going.
I know on the small caps, the biggest thing we'd emphasize on heading into another game was power-ups. We really want to hit home on those power-ups because we know how much of a difference they would make, especially on a map like Smirk.
Yeah, you really have to go listen to the music on the stream right now, because it really feels like everybody's parents tried to go to a party and remember what it was like when they were young,
Yeah.
Then again, I'm saying everybody's parents, I mean my parents' generation. I don't know. Everybody else's parents probably listen to hip hop at parties. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that you're all really fucking young. So let's see what people are saying in the Twitch chat.
A lot of Ranger.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of a standard of Ranger Radio. If there's not at least 5 or 6 Ranger plisses during the match, then I'm doing something wrong. So we're asking a little bit about predictions so far. Only response I've gotten, the Bob 18 indicating that the FSBallers will win game 2.
FSBaller for Lif.
For Lif.
God, yeah.
For all of your Lif. Yeah, big swing and having a really, really long bathroom break here, so kind of running out of content.
Steroids? Question mark?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Steroid gate?
Steroids? Hmm? Oh, the disco music's over. What are we going with now? Sort of like a low-budget movie soundtrack. Kind of like if I were to go make an independent film and I needed to create suspense, I would play this song in the background, preferably in like a big city with like a lot of cars going by, and I'd show my protagonist walking down the street and try to get like
This is a very detailed description of music that
This
you've
is
never
how I
heard.
evaluate everything.
Supposedly never
Seriously.
heard. I feel like this is your music now. I feel like you're
This is not.
just
But I actually
self-promoting
do.
yourself.
I this is not. I swear I can give you the link to what this is. But I do actually have some TagPro music that I'm working on. I don't want to say anymore. I don't want to spoil the magic. But there is some TagPro music in the works that I am writing, and in a future broadcast you may hear it.
You have to add the description for that too.
Absolutely. All right. Looks like maybe both
This is-
teams ready.
This is
No,
for
no,
when
no.
you're past 3 with a rolling bomb, and then you spike yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally narrate it, and I'm just gonna like provide instructions for anybody who chooses to use and license my TagPro music. You know, strictly gonna be for highlight videos. All right, it does look like we're just about getting started, so we'll go ahead and turn down the movie soundtrack a little bit. All right, so we do finally have a TagPro. A TagPro has entered the stage, and it's going to be on the FSBallers side of the map. Meanwhile, a Juke Juice mid and a Juke Juice right.
3, 2, 1.
I'm going to look for some early offensive play from Russia and Milksteak. Really going to need some momentum to get this game started off right.
Yeah, it would really be nice for them, just a nice change of pace to be able to get out fast here, get 1 or 2 caps on the board, and, you know, sort of get that confidence back. So Milksteak going to be able to provide a TagPro lead, but he's protecting against Ash with the team boost, and that's going to force
That's
Russia to go
really
back team
smart play
tiles.
by Milksteak.
Yeah, absolutely. He was anticipating, what can I do to maximize this TagPro, and, you know, he's got to worry about the guy in front and the guy behind, but ultimately all for naught. And
Yeah,
TagPro has expired.
that team boost can be extremely deadly for flag carriers. You know, it's one of the main uses as a defender when you're trying to get the return is to snipe the flag carrier. So it's always best when your partner can block that.
Absolutely. Raven and Howard doing a good job of locking their base down. Meanwhile, Milksteak with another grab here, and Ash using the team boost to corner. Meanwhile, Snowball containing, so they do work together to get that return. Another round of pups spawning, and so far, it looks like all 3 of those pups, 1 of each, go to Rektile Dysfunction, a TagPro, a Juke Juice, and a Rolling Bomb. The TagPro is way out in the middle of nowhere and spikes himself, but he does go back to base. And,
Oh
I mean,
boy.
nice spawn there by Snowball with his TagPro. Spawns in exactly the right spot to be able to get the return and allow for a cap. And looks like they may have had a second one coming, but an unfortunate bomb up top ends the hopes of that.
Actually, I think he just hit the boost wrong and spiked himself.
Oh, did he? Okay, because the right bomb was gone. I assumed he bombed into it. But
Yeah, no, Russia had a. It was very weird. He bombed and then went back out, even though I don't know who it was that had the flag was past 3, and that's when his teammates kind of rammed into him and they got a return for the cap.
so an early 1-0 lead here for Rektile Dysfunction. Another round of pups about to spawn. Russia and Ash each getting a TagPro for their respective sides, and Trippy racing to get a rolling bomb left and manages to do it, and that's going to get him out ahead of 3 here. Raven is going to be able to interpose himself again. And, if he could have been a little more patient, I think he might have maybe had time for Ash to clear out base with the TagPro. It's
Great
kind of hard to
move
say.
from Big Swinging.
Big swinging out ahead of 4 and able to cap. So 2-0 lead for Rektile Dysfunction. Raven again getting a return by positioning himself about 4 tiles behind the line between the team boost and the flag. So Trippy able to get out top, but Howard again going to try to do something here with the bomb and the boost. Nice job by Howard playing both sides of that neutral boost. Another round of pup spawning.
Be out past 3.
Yeah, Ash with a TagPro here and able to kill
Easy
the last
cap.
man. So that was good pacing by Big Swingin' coming into base at the right speed. And when Ash got that TagPro, it was all over. 3-0 lead now for Rektile Dysfunction.
It's kind of a nightmarish start to the half here for the FSBallers. I mean, we talked about it trying to have a new mentality of, you know, it's 0-0, but now they're finding themselves down 3 early on, and it's not looking any better as Big Swing gets past 3 right away.
We've seen that a few times from Big Swingin' in this match where he's made a good decision, made a good move, executed the hard part really well, and then spiked himself. So with 6 minutes left to go in the first half, this game already 3-cap lead for Rektile Dysfunction, who, if they win, they will be moving on to the Foci 4.
And Trippy coming in there, but just couldn't get the block from his teammates to stop the boost snipe. But another opportunity here is Big Swinging has a juke juice.
Raven able to pick up a TagPro, so a little bit of a bright spot here for the FSBallers. He's going to take the last 10 seconds of that on offensive support and try to do something to help Russia get out of base here.
Some nice moves from Russia, who could be out past 4 here if he can hit that boost top.
Oh, just didn't quite have enough velocity. Snowball was able to anticipate and just get about a tile in front of him, and that was enough.
Great defensive play from Snowball. I tracked him on that play the entire way, and he was all over him.
Yeah, absolutely. He knew exactly where he needed to be on that play. So Russia with 3 to beat. He might be thinking about feinting towards the flag and then going back for pups. But no, he doesn't. He stands his ground and Snowball able to get the return. And those pups do spawn. Juke Juice for Milk Steak, the flag carrier. Trippy with the TagPro, so he's going to be able to cause a little bit of havoc a little bit of havoc, please. A little bit of havoc in red base. And Milk Steak had a cap there. Oh wow, he had it. He was within pixels of the top left corner of that flag tile, but just not quite able to do it. Just feels like that's kind of been the story of the match so far for the FSBallers. Opportunities that kind of almost didn't quite work out for them.
Yeah, just missing out on those opportunities is killer. I mean, for not only just in terms of the score, but momentum. I mean, there's no question that the Rektiles have had all the momentum so far.
So with 4 minutes to go in the first half, score is still 3-0 in favor of Rektile Dysfunction. Another round of pups spawning pretty soon, so everybody's already fighting for him. Looks like Russia should have an uncontested opportunity, but does not because left pup's a little bit late, so now everybody fighting for left. Milksteak with the TagPro on defense or an offense, excuse me, but has no offensive partner to help him out.
Trippy has a chance to be past 3 here if he uses the boost correctly.
Looks like he might try the bomb move. Oh, looked like he was going to try it and then didn't do it.
He saw how the other two did.
Choosing not to spike himself, but now he's surrounded.
Howard not going for the button, surprisingly, but Trippy backing out to maybe use the boost.
Good creative flag carrying there by Trippy, and still alive, so this possession could still turn into a cap for them.
Ashmungashma and Snowball just clamping in on the flag carrier, enemy flag carrier. It's like a boa constrictor slowly squeezing life out of the opposing offense.
Absolutely. It's very interesting to see. That's kind of the way they've played this whole match, where they're containing in a very conservative way. They seem to anticipate each other very well, and it's working out for them very well. That base has been locked down most of the game.
Trippy just holding the flag forever, but finally getting returned by Howard.
So big swinging now, Flag Pro. He's going to be patient here, it looks like, and wait for Trippy to get himself into position to get a regrab. And looks like he might be trying out top here. He's going to be ahead if he goes full speed. Oh, he kind of slowed down a little bit. I think if he had gone full speed for that boost, it might have worked out, but it's really hard to know that from where he was.
It's always a tough route to go top when you know that most of the defense is ahead of you. It's just one of those things where I, as a flag carrier, prefer not to go top unless I absolutely have to. When I know that 4 are ahead, but still, he almost made it, and now they've got a TagPro on no.
So Milksteak is going to be able to get out ahead of 2 here. Meanwhile, Big Swingin' should be able to escort Trippy out of base, barring an unfortunate spawn. So he does get out of base. Raven, nice snipe there, or nice snipe attempt, almost gets him. Meanwhile, a TagPro sitting all by itself left. Trippy doing a nice job of staying alive through a 1-tile space there. Russia finally claiming that TagPro. So just over a minute left to go in this first half, 3-0 in favor of Rektile Dysfunction. And really just nothing going the FSBallers way on the scoreboard.
Excellent boost from Big Swingin', and now he's got a TagPro in front of him who gets the kiss. That was some fancy boost work there from Big Swingin', though.
Yeah, absolutely. Milksteak got every ounce out of that TagPro he could because he only had about another second and a half or so on that, and he got everything he needed. So with just 35 seconds left in the half, Russia boosting in top to grab, but again, Snowball and Ash, the boa constrictor, but this time Russia able to get out, and he is going to have a return for cap opportunity
This
there.
could be a cap. There it is.
Nice job by
They really
Milksteak
needed
there.
that.
Yeah, that was, again,
They
you know,
could get a
towards the end of the
second one
half.
here. Picking up the rolling bomb left.
Oh,
Past
here's an opportunity.
3.
And the blocks are
Another
there.
cap.
Snowball just getting pushed asunder by Milksteak
3,
there. And
2,
nice ending for the
1.
half for FSBallers. You know, just as things were looking really grim for them, they pull within 1. So only 3-2 now. 1 cap advantage for Rektile Dysfunction as we go into the final half.
That is exactly what they needed.
All right, we'll see where we're at musically now.
Looks like you need to ban Zappo Fish Turbo.
Oh, is he
In
going a
chat.
little nuts?
No, it's just some
Oh,
spam.
it's one
I
of
think.
those. Oh yeah, I can ban that real easy. We can do that. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, things got really sentimental on the musical side now. It's kind of like somebody did something. It's almost like a prodigal son thing where like he went off on an adventure and the adventure kind of got dark for a while and he had to do some things that, you know, some things that he can't talk about, some things that he regrets, but you know, he's changed and he's an older, wiser man now and he's come home to his family and you know, there's like a circle of life thing going on there, sort of like
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. Yeah, piano is very soothing. Maurice also indicating he has a wonderful business opportunity for us. Alright, looks like we're getting started here. So again, a 3-2 advantage in favor of Rektile Dysfunction. And this match could go any possible way now. They only lead by 1 now, so really anything could happen here.
Yeah, do or die scenario for the FSBallers here.
So we are going to start out with both teams with the TagPro. Meanwhile, the mid pup is a Juke Juice.
3,
I'll be curious
2,
to see if both
1.
teams take that TagPro on offense or somebody winds up
I would
keeping
imagine.
1B.
I would imagine so.
And it does look like it with Russia and Trippy TagPro canceling bottom. So only a few seconds left on the TagPro, and big swing and tries to grab 1v2, and it doesn't work out. So Trippy not going to be able to use that TagPro to assist his team in getting out of base. Meanwhile, Milksteak potentially out ahead of 3 here. Here's an opportunity here. They have the blocks in place. Milksteak missing the flag tile just barely, but it worked out anyway. So we do have a tie now, 3-3.
Yeah, quick cap there by Milksteak is exactly what they needed to start the half. Keep
Absolutely.
the momentum going, and
That's what they needed
now
last
the
half.
Rektiles are. Yeah, no kidding. But now the Rektiles are coming in with a chance to cap of their own.
Absolutely, and the blocks look pretty good here. Big swing and able to get there in just the nick of time. Raven hot on his trail, but not able to get there in time. So now 4-3 in favor of Rektile Dysfunction.
A little bit of a quicker pace to this game, and a nice boost by Trippy. And Ash has the TagPro set up. See if they can take advantage.
Oh. Yeah, Ash just not able to do anything with that TagPro to help his teammate there. It was kind of tough. There just wasn't a lot of good communication between the two as far as which way to go. And Ash kind of went back and forth between providing a lead versus just trying to, you know, block and push, and it just kind of didn't work out for him.
Russia with the clutch anti-re again. Seen him do that a couple times this game.
Yeah. I'm always surprised whenever I see Smirk played competitively how often folks miss the flag tile using the team boost, where they'll hit it at a 45 even though it's not quite a 45-degree angle, and
Right.
they'll just sort of miss the bottom side of the flag tile. It's kind of interesting at every level of play. You see people do it, and It's totally understandable, but kind of interesting. So big swing and grabbing 1v1 against Howard and able to get out. Nice moves there. This could be an opportunity. Oh, Russia, nice
great
boost.
Snipe from Russia, all the way from bottom.
Yeah, he was the only reason that wasn't a cap. Meanwhile, Trippy grabbing Flag Pro and getting quickly returned. So we do have a reset once again. 7.5 minutes left in this match. A 1 cap advantage for Rektile Dysfunction.
Ash playing off of that button, a little uncharacteristic, at least from what I've seen.
And big swing and able to get a grab. Trippy creating some nice blocks to allow him to get most of the way out, but not all the way. Howard able to pick him up for the return. And with that team boost gone, Trippy thought he'd go ahead and give a 1v2 grab a chance, but just not able to do what he needed to get out of base. Another round of pups about to spawn. Russia falling victim to another spike. Ash able to grab a TagPro. Big swing in with the Juke Juice. And Russia with the only pup going to the FSBallers this half, but it's a rolling bomb which is quickly diffused. So pup advantage definitely going, or I shouldn't say this half, this round, but pup advantage for this round definitely going to Rektile Dysfunction. And another reset. Flag has been in base a lot on both sides for the last couple minutes here.
Yeah, it's kind of a reverse from the games that we've seen so far. You know, in the past we've seen it start out pretty slow and then pick up pace, and this game started out pretty fast with 2 caps, and then we haven't seen anything since.
So a couple of quick flaccid grabs in blue base, and once again, Snowball and Ash doing everything they can to lock down their base. So it kind of gives Big Swing and Trippy an opportunity to just try to grab and see if they can get out. And that's what they've been doing. A lot of times it hasn't worked, but the times it has, it's usually turned into a cap for them. Milksteak using his TagPro to secure top for Russia. And Russia should be able to... Oh, wow. Nice boost angle from Russia to stay alive. Ash was well positioned to be able to block him out there. But Trippy staying alive as long as he could. Russia able to come in and cap. And once again, this match is tied now at 4.
Yeah, back and forth affair here. FSBallers finally able to take advantage and grab the tie once again. See if they can keep things going here.
Nice job by Milkstick there blocking the team boost, which allowed Russia to get most of the way out of base, but winds up getting sniped bottom. Oh, nice boost angle there by Milkstick to sneak past Snowball.
Can he get this cap? Picks up some nice blocks, but
That would
Snowball's going to be out.
huge momentum swing if he was able to cap here.
We're able to wait on the pup. Ash didn't realize that the pup was spawning.
4.5 minutes left to go in this match. We are still tied at 4.
Milksteak with another opportunity to cap. Big Swinger with a questionable grab. And now it's an easy cap for the FSBallers.
The FSBallers with their first lead of the day, now up 5-4 in game 2. So they're doing everything they can. Russia trying to add to that lead, but he's going to have to figure out how to get on 4. Not able to do it. But we do have a regrab chain finally for the FSBallers.
Yeah, Russia heading for that regrab as Milksteak with another nice boost. He might be past 2, but Snowball gets the quick return.
Nice
Russia
timing
with
there.
nice bomb usage. And then the quick move, and he
Oh.
almost through the gate.
Yeah, he had to YOLO that there. It was his only opportunity to survive, and almost worked out. So Trippy opting not to go back for that rolling bomb, and unfortunately for him, having to contend with a TagPro in base, and that TagPro does grab, so Milksteak's going to be out ahead of 4.
Big Swingin' has to be careful here. Maybe even elect to go for the kiss if he can help it.
Yeah, if you're Rektile Dysfunction, you had this game well in hand. You had a 3-cap lead in this game, and you were ready to sweep, and now all of a sudden you're down 1, possibly trying to tie it here.
Nice pursuit by Milksteak, but he over pursues, and Snowball's able to get the cap.
Yeah, instead of stopping on the flag tile and getting re, ultimately just goes a little bit past the flag tile, and that gives them the opportunity they needed. So it is tied up once again in this game.
Milksteak gonna be out top. Oh, and he bombs into the spike.
Ash able to grab another TagPro. Seems like the TagPros have just been falling out of the TagPro tree for Rektile Dysfunction in this game. Nice job again by Ash using his TagPro to block the team boost, and he's going to be able to use team tiles to get all the way back into base. But not quite enough.
Oh, Howard with another team snipe.
A little
Poor
bit of
Milksteak.
a little bit of friendly fire there. Russia managing to keep his wits and stay alive with those bombs top, so he's going to have to play a little bit of a...
Milksteak had a nice one-on-one return there with Trippy.
Russia's still alive.
Russia expertly using those team tiles, but dies on bottom. Howard limping to the pop.
So just under 2 minutes left in game 2. First game went to Rektile Dysfunction, and currently we're tied in game 2. So really anything could happen here. If Rektile Dysfunction manages to cap and win, they will have swept. If the FSBallers manage to cap and win, then we will go to a game 3. And if they're tied, then we'll have an overtime just for game 2. So really anything could happen here. Big swinging out ahead of 4. But
oh, this is a return for cap scenario. Unless Howard can get to re very quickly. Russia able to stay alive. Some nice moves. Still alive. Finally dies.
That was
did
clutch
a great
for
job
Russia.
there.
Absolutely. Ooh, a little bit of a traffic jam there, causing a return. So
Howard had some nice patience, but maybe just waited a little bit too long to get to that boost, and now Raven trying to turn something out of nothing.
just under a minute left to go in game 2. This last round of pups will be very interesting. We'll see what happens. Oh my God. Mass carnage up top as bombs manage to kill everybody. Everyone just dies. The whole map.
Might as well end the game now. There are no remaining players.
Everyone dead. Confirmed. 30 seconds left to go in this game 2. This will be a very interesting ending here. If either team caps, it's going to be a very exciting way to end it. But looks like both teams just being careful. Big swinging now, grabbing, and Howard being really careful, does not want to boost behind him.
Here.
Looks like he's going to be, and they're going to be fighting for that button. But Russia's still in his way. Big swing and have to be very patient. Oh, and getting his own return. And this could be it.
3 seconds. Oh, Milksteak.
Oh my God, and they can't get the return. Oh, and Milksteak gets out of base. What a heroic play by Milksteak. That looked like that was curtains on their season. But the FSBallers managing to stay alive long enough to play overtime in game 2 on Milksteak's grab and escape. That was exciting.
That was certainly exciting, and now they'll have a chance to redeem themselves here and maybe eke out a win.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So we will have to check in with the soundtrack of our evening, see where we're at.
Of course, that's the main event.
That's really all we're doing tonight. It's kind of about this. Yeah.
TagPro just on the side.
TagPro kind of breaks it up. It's nice. So this is kind of supposed to be suspenseful, almost like somebody's kind of up to no good. Here's what I picture. Like, it's supposed to be kind of suspenseful, but it's probably like, it's like a housewife who's like sneaking out of the house to like go meet up with her girlfriends without her husband knowing. Like, it's kind of like shady, but in a way that no one would take seriously, you know?
Okay, so if a housewife is outside of a house, is she an outside wife?
Deep thoughts.
Or is she
I don't
just
know.
a normal wife?
I'll have to
What's the
answer that
difference?
for you after this overtime because I can't think about anything else right now. We have a TagPro mid and a TagPro going to Rektile Dysfunction. Meanwhile, the FSBallers are start with a rolling bomb, so these two
3,
TagPros could
2,
make things very
1.
interesting. Neither team with a super great spawn for mid, but this is unfortunate for Rektile
I don't think
Dysfunction.
there's any time
Yeah, Rektile Dysfunction would have had 2 tag pros to start that half, but Ash does not make it into group.
Russia's still gonna cap.
I don't think they're going to count that.
Hmm.
Pretty sure they're not going to count that.
Also, I thought it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't think it was golden cap right away.
I think the reason it's golden cap is because this is just settling who wins game 2. So this isn't golden cap for the whole match. This is golden cap just to settle who wins the second game. So if Rektile Dysfunction were to win this golden cap, they would win game 2 and then thus sweep. If the FSBallers would have win this golden cap, they would win game 2. We'd have split games, then we would go to an overtime game 3, which would be a whole game. It wouldn't just be a golden cap.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so no tag pros on the map this time, so we could have a very different result in this pivotal overtime as a result of those tag pros not being there. Rolling bomb getting quickly diffused, and then both sides starting with a juke juice. Big swing and making another acquaintance with his good friend, the bottom spike. Meanwhile, Russia getting quickly returned in base, so we do have a reset. Just 18 seconds in, both flags are in and look pretty securely in. It just occurs to me that both teams are going to be very cautious here. You definitely don't want your season to end on sort of a couple of bad grabs or bad moves. So
Sure, the Reptiles could probably afford to play a little bit more aggressive if they wanted, just because, you know, their season wouldn't end if they lost this overtime.
yeah, absolutely. I kind of get what you're saying. They can afford to take a little bit more of a risk, kind of like a situation where, you know, you're on the you're playing football and you're the away team and you're like, okay, I'm going to go for 2 and try to win it. They don't have to play desperate right now. They know that if they don't win this golden cap, they're going to be able to move on to a third game. So it's really the FSBallers who are kind of that away team where they're looking to, you know, hit a knockout blow here. And even if they hit that knockout blow, they'll still have to play another game. So definitely they have to be the more cautious of the two.
Big Swing and Trippy both going for a grab there. Neither of them able to come up with it. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Predictably, a strong defensive start for both teams. Russia going to try and get out, but probably will be popped here by Ashmungishmo, and he is.
Yeah, we've seen both teams, like you say, very good job containing from a defensive standpoint, just working together not to let anybody even touch the flag, playing great no grab, and then when they do touch that flag, they're getting pretty quickly and systematically hunted down. Russia with the tag pro, so he's going to do what he can to provide a tag pro lead here for Milksteak, who does decide to go out bottom, but big swing and well positioned to stop him from getting much further.
Yeah, you got that tag pro in a rugby scrum that included about 5 players from each team.
Yeah, absolutely. And the FSBallers there with 2 tag pros, but not able to capitalize. Both flags back in base once again. So big swing and doing what he can to get past Raven, but not quite able to do it. I think Howard had the drop on him with the team boost anyway, but Raven able to get that return solo.
Yeah, they had some interesting moves along the top of the Smirk map to get out of base almost, but the return was there.
Another round of pups spawning. We have a good fight mid, a good fight left, and Raven able to grab a rolling bomb all by himself lonesome in his own base, and he uses that to push Trippy back to the other side of the gate, which Howard is holding. So that rolling bomb actually could be critical because it stops Trippy from
going in for the cap.
That was amazing. That rolling bomb, which sent Trippy back to the other side of the gate, which Howard held, led to the 2-on-1 situation that allowed Milksteak to cap there. So we will be going to an overtime game. Just shows rolling bombs on defense can be important.
Yeah, it was quite a quick sequence of events right there. Milkshake with the easy cap for all the pressure of what's been going on. That was not very hard at all for Milkshake right there.
is we're back to sort of funky electro jam, kind of like we're watching how it's made, and they're in a factory and they're showing like how an extruder works. This is the kind of music they would play for that.
Nice.
It makes you really want to understand more about like industrial smoothing.
Oh god, that's that's my calling.
Oh, absolutely. So it looks like both teams just negotiating, trying to make sure that they understand the overtime rules, but it is 2 5-minute halves. So it is a full game with 2 5-minute halves. It's not golden cap, not sudden death, and they do switch sides once in between. So we've seen a split here. The FSBallers did everything they could just to hold on to that cliff, and they're able to do what they can. What do you think is going to happen in this overtime game?
It's kind of crazy. We were talking about it earlier. These games have been pretty much all Rektiles up until the last, I would say, half of the first game, where the FSBallers were able to get some momentum, and then since then, they've kind of like taken it in stride and have been able to come even with Rektiles. So I don't know. It's still an even game. We've seen good offense and good defense on both sides. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So Trippy a little bit late for that mid putt, but still manages to get it. Howard missing it just by a little bit. Big swinging with a TagPro. So early advantage there on pups for the Rektile Dysfunction crew, but doesn't turn into anything. Yeah, I mean, what I've observed so far, the story of the match has really been the Rektile Dysfunction defense has done a great job of keeping the flag in base. The offense has been a little bit reckless. They've tried to make some grabs 1v2 that haven't really worked. They've been a little bit sloppy at times, made a couple of mistakes. But when they've gotten out, they've been able to capitalize and cap on it. The only problem is a lot of times they don't get out, and we get 1 or 2 really quick flaccid in a row.
Sure. Snowball and Ash just teaming up together to get those returns, and now Big swinging, trying to make some moves, but can't quite get out of base.
Absolutely, and these are 2 very evenly matched teams. I mean, I think we're seeing exactly the game we expected to see, which is 2 teams that are playing well, that aren't making, a ton of, thought mistakes. They're making a few execution mistakes, but they're making good decisions, and we've seen a good share of good
Big
plays by both teams. Big swinging now ahead of 3, managing to stutter step there, and ahead of 4, so this is going to be an early cap for Rektile Dysfunction.
That came a little bit too easy for the FSBallers. They were out past 3 almost immediately, and now Trippy has a chance to cap himself. And it's another one.
So a quick 2-0 lead here for Rektile Dysfunction. FSBallers need to do something here, because we're starting to see this same pattern that we saw during the first couple of halves today, where they need to do something early to kind of get themselves on the board, and instead it's all Rektile Dysfunction for the first few minutes.
Howard thinking about boosting back into base. Looks like he might be a little bit patient, and he still misses the snipe.
Yeah, sometimes patience can hurt you.
Now Trippy has a chance to cap, but he's going to be a little bit patient here.
Nice job there by Russia. Unfortunately, winds up butchering his teammate, but kind of hard to expect that. It was a nice snipe attempt by him. He lines up that bottom snipe and uses both sides of the boost.
Big swinging really loves that boost from bottom to go between those spikes.
Well, he loves it when it works out for him. Which is about 37% of the time.
Interesting jukes from Big swinging on Raven there.
Really nice moves
Raven in the dust, and then boost straight into the spike.
He just loves those spikes.
He does.
Nice job there by Trippy using the team boost to boost top, but the gate is not real for him. Turns the wrong color.
That's a very tough boost.
2 minutes left to go in the first half of this overtime game 3. 2-0 lead for Rektile Dysfunction.
Ravens got Big swinging in front of him again and again. Big swinging able to take advantage of Ravens' defense.
That TagPro in base is going to make it real hard. Big swinging just jams it in there. And Trippy now going flag pro. Raven was ready for him.
Smart positioning. Milksteak out top. Snowball there. Gonna try and boost in.
And
He's
it
got a
looks
lane.
like it's going to work. Yes, it
Oh, and
does.
he's able to push it in.
So now 2-1. Rektile Dysfunction still ahead with just over a minute left to go in this first half.
Yeah, that's a big cap for them. After a 2-0 start by the Rektiles, FSBallers have been able to pull it together here a little bit. Although, as I say that, big swinging with a chance to cap.
Yeah, Milksteak did everything he could to stand his ground, and it worked for him. Big swinging just with too much velocity there to be able to slow down and allow that block to develop.
Now Trippy's got a rolling bomb.
Big swinging had a tag pro,
miscommunication.
but yeah, just didn't they didn't seem to work together to support each other to allow the flag carrier to get into base. But big swinging is able to grab and get out ahead of 3 here. Russia giving Howard a little bit of a push, and it was almost enough to get the return, but Raven breaking away from the block at the right time and going for it, because if he didn't, I think that block was pretty hard. He wasn't going to be able to get past it. So nice defense there by Raven, preventing a cap.
Yeah, absolutely. Clutch defense. That should close the half. Let's see if anybody can get anything going here in the last 10 seconds or so.
It doesn't look like it. I don't think either team has
3,
enough time to get across the
2,
map. So that will
1.
do it. Rektile Dysfunction currently leading 2-1 in the decisive game 3 of our matchup today. Still anybody's game. It's a 1 cap lead, so really anything could happen here. I don't even like this music. I have nothing positive to say about this song. Yeah, I have nothing positive to say about this. You have any comments on the musical selection? I don't know if you've had a chance to kind of unmute that stream and
Yeah, I've been
listen
in
to
and out listening to it, but mostly just paying attention to the game.
It's very admirable of you. So it looks like no delay here. We're going to get started pretty much right away.
I'm sure the players are eager to finish out and see who comes out on top, just like we are.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams have played a really, strong game, a clean game.
3,
I think whoever
2,
wins this can certainly say that they earned it. So we do have a tag pro for Rektile Dysfunction again, who is now on blue. Again, they do have a 1 cap lead, 2-1.
Milksteak gonna be out past 2 here with that juke juice.
He can afford to be a little more patient now that Ash had an unfortunate run-in with Spike, so it buys him the time he needs.
Russia has to be careful here and wait for Ree as big swinging's past about 2.5.
All right, so an opportunity here. It looks like, well, it just, for a second there, it looked like they were going to be able to get a regrab train going, but then big swinging kind of took his time getting back to base, and he is going to be able to establish regrab. Trippy staying alive a little bit longer than expected in that situation. Very congested up top. Another round of pups about to spawn, and Raven times that out well. 3 tag pros on
move
board.
by Howard, and now it's a return for cap scenario. If Raven can get this return on big swing, and oh, and the kiss.
All 3 tag pros going to FSBallers, so they have to make something happen here. Howard kind of caught in no man's land, choosing to stay on D, so.
Oh, Russia with the fortunate boost, but Trippy was able to just
Milksteak
get
out
into
ahead of
space.
3, big swinging, last chance, good boost block there. Nice job. So a cap for the FSBallers tie things up, so we are tied again 2-2. Still anyone's game.
Ash Mothershman gonna walk it in.
Right there, a counter cap for Ash. Right when things were looking up for FSBallers, Ash just putting an end to that and walking that flag right into base. Good blocks by his teammates allowing that. So that counter cap puts Rektile Dysfunction ahead again by 1 cap with 3 minutes left to go. And
Big
big
with an
swing and just
opportunity.
goes for it here. Yeah, he's able to avoid the spike, but winds up kissing the
Russia
other
out
flag carrier.
past 3. Can he beat Trippy to the flag? No.
Oh, Trippy has to be careful. Oh, big swing and providing just enough velocity on that boost to jam his teammate into the return. Good awareness there by Big Swing and knowing he was the last hope.
Here.
So 2.5 minutes left to go in this decisive game, and still really anyone's game. A 1-cap lead right now for Rektile Dysfunction. Russia with a regrab opportunity here. He's going to have to decide how to use this boost.
Gonna go to team tiles, an interesting strategy, and it works. Goodness.
Oh, and he has that lockdown, so he's going to have to wait for Howard to get back and provide the other block. And Russia's staying alive a long time there. Yeah.
Still can't get the return, and now he might be out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Trippy out. Howard's going to be able to close that gate off.
Oh, runs into his own teammate there.
So again, now, 2 TagPros for the FSBallers.
Milksteak staying alive. Howard somehow not popping Ash. I'm not sure what happened there, but Howard leaving his flag unattended.
So Russia with a nice angle there, managing to get past Ash, but not Snowball getting returned. Howard with an opportunity here, but Ash well positioned to stop him from getting any further up top. Big swinging should be out ahead of 2-ish, 3-ish, and
that could be a cap, and
they're able to hold that button. Yeah, so 2-cap lead now with just less than a minute to go. It's going to be really hard for FSBallers to get back in it at this point. But stranger things have happened. Part of me wouldn't mind seeing a really exciting finish to this overtime game.
No, absolutely.
So Raven, knowing the weight of the world is on his shoulders, they have to cap here. And he is able to get out of base, and they are able to cap. So again, a 1-cap lead for Rektile Dysfunction. Raven doing exactly what he needed to do to keep his team in this. With 30 seconds left to go, Trippy is ahead of everybody. Russia needs to stay alive, or this will be the game. And looks like that's going to be the game. A 2-cap lead again for Rektile Dysfunction. Raven already saying GG. But just heroics there to even put themselves in a position where they were only down a cap and were holding the flag with 30 seconds to go. Very impressive. But it looks like this will be the conclusion to the FSBallers season.
3, 2,
and
1.
Good game, Rektile Dysfunction, winning this in a decisive game 3. Whew.
Yeah, that was quite a finish to that game, and you know, fireworks all around. Great game from both teams.
Absolutely. Viewers, stay tuned. We will hopefully have some interviews with you. We always have great journalistic, high quality, high character interviews here on Ranger Radio. We ask the tough questions, and we'll get that going in just a second here. Let's get our... I hope we're back on the drums. Yes! Oh, I called it. The drums are legit. RGMV3 commenting in Twitch chat, Howard is really, really strange. I'd honestly be surprised if he wasn't the result of incest. Interesting insights from RG3 MVP. So we'll see if we can get folks in here for interviews. So, have you caught your breath yet? Like, what are your thoughts on that match? Like, what was the key to the match for Rektile Dysfunction? What'd they do to hang on there and win?
Honestly, a lot of the caps that they had, it seemed like they were past 3 or 4 from the get-go. So I think mainly just staying ahead kind of killed the FSBallers, and the Rektiles were able to take advantage. Some clutch flag holding from Trippy and Big Swinging, able to get that win.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think my key to the match, Snowball and Ash just did a great job of locking down their base. And there weren't a lot of opportunities for the FSBallers to be able to grab and get out. And whenever they did grab and get out, we saw some great plays by Big Swingin' and Trippy to either stay alive or do what they had to on offensive D to be able to prevent those opportunities from turning into caps. So I think, you know, we saw a lot of great offensive play and a lot of great defensive play, but I really have to hand this one to the Rektile Dysfunction defense.
Yeah, they did a great job.
All right, so The drumming is over. I don't know what comes after the drumming. I'm not totally clear on that yet. I'm going to be surprised as anyone, honestly. I haven't heard this one yet. This is a new one. Oh no, this is the one with the wayward soul who comes back on. Ah, yeah, we're repeating music now. So let's see if we can get a couple of our captains, our minors captains up here. Hopefully we can get Ash and Neb to give us a few words on their respective teams. And we'll just listen to the music until we do. I sent a message to Neb. Could you send a message to Ash for me?
Sure.
Thank you. So let's see what's going on in the Twitch chat here. Honey Bear commenting, what a game. I'm watching on my phone now. Nice. TPR, 8 for 8 in predictions. He's the only one left perfect. And he says, I'm picking you guys to win. I think he's talking to JJ.
JJ Poole.
Yeah. And that's not a bad pick. They definitely have a very solid team.
You wanted me?
Yes, I did. Ash, congratulations, the Rektile Dysfunction crew, moving on to the Foci 4. Just wanted to quickly get your reaction. You know, how do you feel about the way you and your team played today?
Holy shit, man. My heart's beating like a mile a minute right now because we won. Man, those were some of the closest games I think we've ever played, and I'd be lying if I said that FSBallers were a bunch of scrubs, because they fucking played their hearts out just as much as we did. I mean, props to them. Fucking, oh my god. Just the whole, like, the back and forth of game 2, and then going into the game 3. Oh my god. Sorry.
The heart attacks and the emotion are real on Ranger Radio tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, Ash, what do you think the keys to the match were for you guys? What did you have to do to pull things out tonight?
Okay, so basically our mentality going in was, we're the better team, we can hold it down on defense, and our offense can get out of base. All we have to do is play our game, and we will win. And that's what we did for most of the game. And on the times that we didn't perform like as well as we know we should have, they got, they capitalized on our mistakes, which, was regrettable. But, the key to our match was definitely our cheerleaders. Shout out to Ovary and Bongo, and kind of OJ. I don't know if he counts, but they've been supporting us, the whole season. It's really, I'm telling you, dude, cheerleaders are freaking awesome. They make you feel really good about yourself. But going back to the actual map strategies, power up control was one of our biggest emphases. We always wanted to keep shush. We wanted to keep regrab going at all times, and just a slow, steady game. We could count on Swingin' and Trippy and us on defense to make really big plays, whether it be blocking or juking to get caps. And that's basically how we played the whole game.
All right. So as you look forward, obviously you're going into the Foci 4 now. If you win that, you'll be in the Hooper Ball. Are you pumped? Do you think you guys have what it takes to win it?
Oh, absolutely. I already called up Koala about what ring I want and how I want it engraved. It's gonna be really nice. But
nice.
In all seriousness, no, we're taking this one game at a time and one map at a time. So next week we've got a whole new map against a whole new team. I'm really excited to see how that game's gonna play out.
Absolutely. And do we know who the opponent is on that yet?
It's Bruno Marsball.
It is going to be Bruno Marsball. Okay, absolutely. Well, that'll be a great matchup. Definitely, a showdown between, two of the best teams in the East. So we'll be very excited to see that next week.
Yeah, we're looking.
All right, Ash, best of luck to you. Thanks for stopping by Ranger Radio. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure thing, dude.
All right. So it does not look like Neb wants to come up for an interview. I haven't gotten a response yet, so we will respect that. Obviously, it's tough to have your season end on an overtime game when you had opportunities, and so we will respect that. But on behalf of Ball Don't Lie and myself, thank you for tuning in to Ranger Radio tonight. Ball Don't Lie, thanks for joining me for the stream.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.